The Queen of the Classics, the Hell of the North, Roubaix is just days away. And as you can see, I am currently in the epicenter of hell, the Roubaix velodrome, where I'm just about to go out and get a little taste of what the pros will experience on Sunday. The difficulty is, I have never ridden the pavé before, and I'll admit, I'm a bit petrified. But luckily, I have one of the best teachers in the business coming to guide me around the cobblestones, and Mr. Adri Van der Poel, a Tour of Flanders winner in 1986 and a podium finisher in this very race. And I also hear his son's not too bad on the cobbles either. So I'm about to head to Carrefour de l'Arbre to meet Adri and to ride the cobbles with him and try to stay with him as long as I can. As you can tell by the state of my jersey on the ride down, it's wet. So wish me luck. However, when I met up with Adri at the end of the Carrefour de l'Arbre, I'm not sure he was too impressed with my technique on the pavé.
Do the big ring?
Yes, I'll put in the big ring.
Otherwise you're bumping everywhere on the top.
Yeah. That bit of advice didn't really help, if I'm honest, because in the first few hundred metres of the following sector at Gruson, I was gone. I think it's time for more tips then. So, Adri, when it comes to the Roubaix cobbles, that particular kind of pavé, have you got any tips for any amateurs?
Stay away.
Stay away.
No, I think if you are really interested in cycling and doing something extreme, it's very nice to do it. Only you have to be a little bit careful, but it's an experience you never will forget.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of technique and riding, what's the top advice or best bits of advice you would give a rider?
Yeah, try as much as possible to be relaxed on the bike and let the bike the work do and not the person on the bike. To start, take it easy. Mm-hmm. Don't start directly with Arenberg or other sections, but start with nice cobblestones and build it up a little bit. It's hard to start directly with extreme sections and I don't say it is dangerous, but then you have to take care in the turns. Mm-hmm. If you have a left-hand turn, take it on the inside, not the outside, because that could be slippery. Even when you slip or you make a little mistake, don't touch the brakes. Let the bike go side, left side, right side, and then slowly come to the standstill. It's always be the same. Try to be relaxed and confident.
Fortunately, things picked up for me slightly on the final easier sector of cobbles. It was all relative, isn't it, in the rain, from Willems to Hem, where I was at least able to ride with a Van der Poel briefly on the pavé. Thanks to some more great last-minute advice from Adri.
Take off the brake.
Cheers for that, Adri. And how important are the hands?
For an amateur, maybe they put hands by the brakes, but I like to ride in the middle on it. Mm-hmm. And let's say like this, the tires now are quite different than 30, 40 years ago. So you can do a lot of comfort with the tires. I mean, I'm 78 kilos and I ride with a pressure of 2.8 with tubeless bars with 32. I don't say there aren't any cobbles anymore, but there is a big difference. The tires we ride, the tires you can ride now, the depression and the bikes, it changed a lot. It makes it a little bit easier.
I'm back in the velodrome after trying my best, I think, to stick with Adri on the cobbles, trying to take on board all his advice, which got me through, I suppose, navigating some wet pavé. I don't think, however, I will be troubling his son, Mr. Van der Poel, or Pogačar, or Mads Pedersen on Sunday. But I got here in one piece, and that was my aim at the start of the day anyway. And as a rider, as a pro racer, how did it feel battling over the cobbles and entering the velodrome?
Yeah, it's even when it isn't for the win, and even some riders they like to finish on the velodrome, and they like to see the showers. They like to, yeah, it's for me it's still a great experience.
Yeah, and just be kind here, but how bad was my technique? We talked about different technique in
I
terms
didn't
of.
show you because you were behind me. No, yeah, no, like I said, it's hard. It's you know you have very good riders, they can ride, but then the cobblestones is directly something else. And when it's straight, it's sometimes it's okay, but when like in one of the last parts you have a few turns in the beginning, yeah, then I think for a pro it's not easy, and we aren't used to it, but we have done it several times though, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, I had a close-up look at how easy you can make it look. So thanks very much for that.
Okay, yeah. Luckily there is a little bit of difference, eh?
So I think it's time to take a trip to those famous showers and see what they're all about as well. Now this is why everyone really comes to the Roubaix Velodrome, the iconic showers, and yeah, it's another worldly experience. Quite cool to etch my name into the list of fantastic cyclists that have showered in this building, you know, but I feel like I've earned it, you know, today after what I've been through. Shower and a beer, I think, is in order. But to be fair, those Van der Poels, they just make it look too easy, don't they? Anyway, shower time.